Hi, first grade. It's Mrs. Larson with your very last writing lesson for first grade. This writing lesson is going to be perfect to help you get started in the second grade when you're writing your opinions and reviews. For today's writing lesson, we're still talking about giving a really great book review. Remember, last week I gave a review about Upstairs Mouse, Downstairs Mole. Today, as we're writing our book reviews, we are going to learn how to give a sneak peek at the beginning of our book review or our opinion of our favorite book so we can get our readers interested in the book that we're reading. It's kind of like that catchy introduction when we were giving our opinions of topics we love. This is just for our favorite book. So, we want to make sure that we introduce our characters or our book, explain the situation or give an interesting fact, ask a question, and do not tell the ending. I like to say, don't spill the beans. So, for my very first sneak peek, I want you guys to listen carefully to see whether or not I gave a sneak peek of my book or if I spilled the beans, which means I told you the ending. And when you kind of do that, it makes people not really want to read it because they already know what's going to happen. So I want you to be listening carefully, okay? In my opinion, you should read Upstairs Mouse, Downstairs Mole because Mouse sweeps her dirt into Mole's house and that makes him angry. But in the end, Mouse and Mole figure out a plan and they fix the problem. Did I introduce the characters in the book? Yeah, I did that. Upstairs Mouse, Downstairs Mole. I explained the situation, right? So Mouse is sweeping the dirt into Mole's house, and that makes Mole angry. Did I ask a question at the end, or did I spill the beans? In the end, Mouse and Mole figure it out, and they fix the problem. That would be spilling the beans right there at the end. Not something you really want to do when you're giving a sneak peek of a book. Because I want my readers to want to keep reading more of my review so then maybe they can pick this book. Okay, so I wrote another one because I realized I did spill the beans. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is I want to introduce my characters or my book. Upstairs Mouse, Downstairs Mole is about two friends who live in the same tree. Mouse lives upstairs, Mole lives downstairs. Great. Okay. Introduced my characters. I'm actually going to use green for that. Then you guys can see it. All right. Is that all I should do? When I'm giving a sneak peek, just introduce the characters. Let's check our target. I can introduce the characters. I can explain the situation or give an interesting fact. Okay, so I'm going to keep going. I want to keep my reader nice and curious so that they want to just keep reading more and more. So I can explain like maybe what the problem is or if the characters are going on an adventure. These characters don't go on an adventure, but there's definitely a problem. So I'm going to keep on writing more to explain a little bit about what's going on in this story. But remember, I don't want to spill the beans. In the first chapter, Mouse and Mole are cleaning their homes, but there's a big problem. Mouse sweeps the dirt down into Mole's home. Oh man, so I explained a little bit about the problem, about what's going on. It makes you want to keep reading, doesn't it? So I've got that part. Now remember, in my first one, I said, in the end, Mouse and Mole figure out a plan and they fix the problem. That's not a good example. That spills those beans. We don't want to do that. So I am going to ask a question and make my reader wonder and have to think about what's going to happen next. So I ended my sneak peek with some questions. Will Mole be mad? Is he going to yell at Mouse? You'll have to read this book to find out. There we go. There's that hook. I'm not going to spill the beans. I'm just giving a little sneak peek. Okay, friends. So your job today is you can go back to your review that you wrote last week, and you can add a sneak peek, or you can start something fresh today of a different book, or maybe you want to rewrite a review of the book you wrote about last week. But remember, at the end of your sneak peek, you don't want to spill the beans. End it with a question. Okay? Don't tell that ending. All right, first grade, I hope you guys have a great summer and practice some writing over the summer too. It's definitely going to help you in the second grade. Bye, friends.